Okay, welcome to the Agile Eagle episode 51. I'm professional trainer Isabel, and the guy next to me is professional trainer Howie. Today we are here to bring some new knowledge of Agile and Scrum, answer relevant questions and challenge, and eventually solve some really complex problem from you. Hope that through our episode, trainings, and coaching, and all things we do that can help your team use Agile and Scrum just a little bit better. Remember to like and subscribe. Ensure that you won't miss any of our upcoming episodes. You can leave message or comment on our socials, Facebook, YouTube, and your comment may have the chance to be the topic of the upcoming episode. It is all free. Today, we are going to talk about what to do when Scrum doesn't work. Certainly, when Scrum doesn't work as expected, it is essential to identify and address the anti-pattern that may hindering its effectiveness. Let's start at the anti-pattern may appear when Scrum doesn't work. You may feel that team protect themselves and doesn't feel safe to express idea and concern. They may need of engagement and openness. And also, the team may focus on blaming others rather than learning from mistakes. This harm team's morale and no respect to be capable. They may also ignore retros and prevent continuous improvement. So without retros, we don't have transparency, inspection, and adaptation. As transparency enable inspection. Inspection without transparency is misleading and wasteful. Inspection enable adaptation, and inspection without adaptation is considered pointless. Scrum events are decided to make changes. Okay, so after that, after we discuss the anti-pattern of when Scrum doesn't work, so what will happen if you see that anti-pattern?
So when we observe any of these anti-patterns, that means the Scrum doesn't work currently, so it can derail your projects. So let's break it down. First off, let's talk about understanding Scrum. If your team doesn't fully get how Scrum works, you're in for a rough ride. Confusion spreads and teamwork suffers. It's like trying to play football without knowing the rules. Next, there is backlog management. If your product backlog isn't organized and prioritized properly, your team end up working on the wrong things. These lead to missed deadline and wasted effort. Imagine trying to build a house, but starting with the roof instead of the foundation. Now, planning and estimation. Inaccurate planning and poor estimation can cause your team to either overcommit or fall short. This disrupts timeline and budget, throwing your project off course. And what about Scrum meeting? If they aren't done right, communication breakdowns, problems aren't identified or fixed, so they keep coming back again and again. Think of it like a leaky tap that never gets repaired. Stakeholder involvement is crucial too. Without regular input from stakeholders, your product may miss the mark. It's like cooking a meat without knowing your guest's dietary preference. You are bound to disappoint your guests. Finally, let's touch on continuous improvement. If your team isn't focused on getting better, always skipping the retrospective and then ignoring the feedback from your customer, they will keep making the same mistake and then also disappoint your customer. Progress store and adapting to change become a struggle. So can we explore how to diagnostic the problems within the team?
So I think that when Scrum doesn't work as expressed, I think that it is really essential to diagnose the issue and take appropriate actions. So the first one is, are you using the process wrong or the wrong process? Scrum is indeed often misused. If you jump to the conclusion without examine the solution, the situation at hand, then you are guilty of the mistaken belief that Scrum is always the right solution. If your project failed, then you were doing Scrum wrong. Is it meaning that if you do Scrum right, your project will succeed? Be in mind that there is no silver bullet. So the second one is, are you start blaming individuals? When problem is explored by Scrum, you should focus on the problem, but not focus on Scrum. A Scrum is designed to explore problem. It helps us to save money by curing a bad project earlier, and it costed a good type of brain. And the next one should be, are you being impatient? The first sprint for a team is usually a mess. It may take a few sprints before a team learns to collaborate effectively. Impatient people may jump to the conclusion to Scrum that Scrum doesn't work. But be patient. You should give the team times to make mistakes and learn from them. And the next one is, are you adopting the process? If you have ensured that the above diagnosis doesn't apply, it is time to involve your own dialect of Scrum. For example, if you are spending too much time arguing over task estimate, you can eliminate or estimate tasks with the team. Or if your product owner desperately want to change things in the sprint, you can let them swap in a new story during a sprint by taking out an existing story that hasn't been started yet. So will this change make the situation better? Of course, you won't know until you give it a try. So we have talked about the anti-pattern, what will happen if when Scrum doesn't work, and then also the problem diagnostic. So the next one, we are going to talk about what action do we require to take to make Scrum work.
To make some Scrum work effectively, here are some suggestions you may want to follow. Just to ensure everyone on your team is properly trained in Scrum principle, as just Isabel just mentioned. Next, keep your product backlog clear, organize, and prioritize. Plan your sprint accurately and set realistic goals. Run all your Scrum meetings efficiently to foster good communication and address issues promptly. Make sure stakeholders are regularly involved to keep the project aligned with the customer need. That's the most important thing. Lastly, always focus on continuous improvement. The feedback loop is critically crucial to the whole agile delivery. Reflect, adapt, and evolve. Follow this step and you keep your team productive and your project on track.
In summary, the key takeaways here is, don't jump to conclusion immediately. Like any good doctor, diagnose the problem before suggesting a remedy. Distinguish between using the tools wrong or using the wrong tools. And whatever you do, don't blame the tools. Scrum doesn't succeed or fail, but people do. People choose where, when, how, and why to apply Scrum. Okay, time is almost there. I hope that you liked our discussion today. Hope that it can help you uncover better way of working differently. If you are interested in Agile, you can visit our website www.theagileeagle.com. We also provide relevant training courses. Finally, the most important thing is Remember to comment and like it, because we shall pick up some interesting questions from your comment randomly, share and answer with you in the upcoming episode. Thank you for your support. See you. Bye bye. See you. Bye bye.